course, congratulations to our winner, Mr. Hikaru Nakamura from the United States. And my first question is, of course, for him. Well, we already discussed this 2 days ago. Probably nothing changed. This is your biggest success in chess so far. Or
Yeah.
did you change your mind in the last?
No. I mean, I think it's sure. Okay, sure. Well, I guess what I would say is it was by far my biggest success. I think. I mean, in terms of Americans in general, no, I can't recall the last time.
No, Jeroen? Nog iets harder misschien. Ja.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, well, I can't remember the last time an American won a top tournament, so I think more than simply for myself, this is just a great day, a great tournament for American chess, and hopefully it will inspire more kids and more people in the U.S. to follow chess, hopefully.
Yes, because exactly how big is this in the U.S.? You've been to your hotel room. Did you already speak to friends, family in the U.S., whatever, or are they still asleep?
Well, oddly enough, I think this is probably one of the few times that almost everyone I know is awake at a very early hour back home in the U.S. So I spoke with quite a few people, and it's just a great feeling finishing an event like this and really winning. I mean, because I've come so close in a lot of tournaments recently and had major letdowns in the last round or two. So this was really a vindication for me.
Okay, and well, maybe already, but definitely after winning this tournament, there's the group of the world-class elite that you entered. How difficult is that? Because I've known you for like 5-10 years as a big talent, but how difficult is that last step to exactly win an elite tournament?
Well, like I said, I've come very close, and I think it's just it's a slow progression where you have to keep trying, you have to keep playing, keep improving over the years, and hopefully sooner or later it happens. I mean, I've always dreamed of winning a major tournament like this, but it hasn't quite happened. But now, hopefully, I've done it once, so it can only get easier from here on out.
But
Okay.
have you changed things lately that you made this last step?
Well, I think probably in the last year or so I've become a lot more serious about chess. Probably before that I spent the previous few years being a teenager, kind of like I think Magnus is doing now. So, you know, it's, that's what I was doing. But the last year or so I've become much more serious, and I think my results have improved considerably. And I mean, it's just been a great run, and hopefully I can keep it going.
Yeah. Some years ago, you already had the intention to do some crazy things. Is it true that you've become more careful? Like, for example, your game with White against Kramnik, it was very professional, like they would say. Is that a difference?
Well, I didn't play Queen H5 on move 2, so that's a start, I guess. In general, it's at certain levels I think you can play very speculatively and get away with it. But once you start playing players who are very strong, who know their openings very well, when you start making these stupid decisions and playing crazy openings, more often than not it tends to backfire. And if you want to keep improving, I don't think that's the way to do it. So overall, I still think I'm very aggressive, but the manner in which I play, I don't take the same risks that I once did.
So Nakamura, how high can you go?
Well, I was hoping to be 2,800 by the end of the year, and I've already made it halfway. So it's just a matter of continuing to keep on doing what I'm doing right now, and it's working for now. So hopefully it will keep working. If it doesn't, then I'll probably have to change something. But for now, I'm fairly optimistic that I can keep going up.
Ian?
Yeah, a few years ago you knocked back an invitation to come to Baku saying you preferred to go to Gibraltar. Do you regret that decision now? Do you think you might have won this tournament a little bit earlier?
Well, I don't think I would have won this tournament. Let me start by saying that much. But I think, okay, at the time that was an invitation for the B group, and rightly or wrongly, I felt that as I was U.S. champion and getting near 2,700, I should have been invited to the A group. Now, like I said, maybe that was right, maybe that was wrong in terms of my thinking. But I went to Gibraltar, and it was quite nice, but ultimately the goal was to come back here. And I think even though I didn't play that one time, as I kept improving, kept going forward, sooner or later I was going to end up back here again. And despite having some bad feelings, not really liking Vaikanze originally, I think that's changed over the last 2 years, and I quite enjoy being here now.
Are you still going to play Blitz on the internet?
I actually, that's alluding to a prior question. I think that's one thing that I've changed a lot. Is I've cut way back on the amount of Blitz I played. I think Blitz, it's fun up to a point, and you can improve a lot. But for me, I had to learn how to slow down and play a lot more solid chess. Once again, not playing speculative openings, and so I still play, but not as much anymore, and I probably won't play much going forward either.
So Anish, can you in short tell about the tournament?
You mean my tournament or in general?
Yes. Not my tournament. I had to work a lot harder because of you.
No, well, I think it was fun to play a strong tournament, and it was even more fun to do good. So not much more I can say.
But were you surprised? I mean, this is a different kind of opponents that you were playing here. Was
Yeah,
it
sure.
hard?
Yeah, but
How
then,
did you adjust?
well, I tried to play stronger. That's the way to adjust, I think, to strong opponents. But obviously, it's the first time to play a strong tournament. But chess is such game that as long as you keep on making good moves, no matter who is sitting opposite of you, you still are not going to lose, and most probably going to win. So for my part, I just tried to play better and some good chess.
Okay, but where will this go from here? I mean, if Jeroen will invite you again, I think this possibility is certainly there. It's hard to think that this is your best tournament ever here.
Oh, hopefully it won't be, but I
mean,
cannot
you
guarantee for anything for next
No.
tournament. And I mean, it could be that this tournament will be better for me than the one I will play 10 years later. But I hope, in general, my results will improve.
Okay, then we go back to yesterday because it was late and you left pretty quickly, I guess. At some point, were you winning against Anand or?
Well, at point where I already thought I wasn't, apparently I was winning. But it didn't look that simple to me. I had not so much time. But well, definitely, apparently I did have a win after all. Almost at the very end.
Yeah, so it's not, well, maybe it wasn't, but then it's definitely no coincidence that you already beat Magnus Carlsen, because you can beat them on any given day, maybe.
Well, I think he has different opinion than you, but I'll try to prove him wrong.
Okay. Any questions for Anish?
Anish, after such a strong and hard tournament, how do you feel? Are you very tired?
Well, after every tournament, I suddenly get extremely tired the next day, and usually it's the day I have to go to school. So there will be some troubles for me the next days, but I think I will soon get back to my usual life with school and slowly recover from the tournament.
Well, we are very happy with this tournament. Of course, like we had in the year 2000 when we changed from Hooghoofs to Chorus, we used more or less the same slogan, like same game, new name. The organization didn't change too much. The tournament is still the same, but only we have new name and new colors in our playing hall. That turned out quite well because I had a very good response on this change. People liked it. And for the tournament itself, I think we had a great tournament. Hikaru started very well, but still he had to fight hard to eventually win the tournament. Anish made the tournament famous in Holland in round 3. He put it on the map, so to speak. And also the B tournament, well, I think they are still fighting for place 1 at the moment. So basically for all 3 tournaments, if you look at the chess, I'm very happy with what we saw the last 2.5 weeks.
Okay, from my perspective, the tournament got loads of media attention, but did you get any response from India, from the corporation here in the Netherlands? I mean, what do they think about the tournament?
Well, you must distinguish 2 kinds of journalism. The chess press knows how to find this tournament. That's quite easy because you meet them every year, and even the people who don't come to Wijk and say they can use the internet and write about us. So this is, let's say, for the media the easy part. But we have a lot of newspapers in Holland that are very proud on this tournament as well, happy. But they have to find some clue to start writing about us. And this is what I just said. Somehow Anish did this in the 3rd round. And in other years we had other things like that. But from India we had a couple of days ago, spontaneously we heard from them that they were very happy with what the tournament was creating, also in India. So that's probably a positive sign, I assume.
Okay. Any questions from you guys to Jeroen van den Berg? Okay.
Well, there is one. I think somewhere there.
I didn't see it.
I-
Ian, sorry.
Can you tell me what the other tournaments in the Grand Slam are going to be in this cycle?
Yes, yesterday we had a meeting, and so far I have understood that, well, the chances for Sofia are, I believe, almost 0 at the moment, will not be held. So Basna will be part of the Grand Slam Tour this year again, like last year. And the situation with Linares is unclear due to the elections in May. So I don't have inside information, but it's not yet clear when and where it's going to be held. Well, in Linares, but also maybe in other parts. So you should find other sources. Well, Nanjing is guaranteed, but okay, we already had that tournament in the Grand Slam cycle because it was already won by Carlsen. So now Hikaru will get the invitation because Bilbao is also on in September.